Hello friends, I'm your first time entrepreneur. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll talk about how I created a tech product prototype. I'll share how I turned my idea into a prototype. In this video, we'll cover 3 main points. First, what a tech product prototype is, why it's important for the project, and how to plan and build one effectively. Imagine you're about to create a new website or app. How do you ensure your concept is viable and engaging? This is where a prototype comes in. A prototype is like an advanced mock-up showing exactly how your product will function and look. It's your first step toward making your idea tangible. In simple words, think of it as a blueprint, a way to visualize and test your ideas before diving into full-scale development. By building a prototype, you're taking a crucial step in transforming your concept into something real. Having a prototype is essential if you plan to secure funding or pitch our ideas to stakeholders. It allows us to present our vision clearly and effectively. For example, we'll be applying for a 20 lakh grant from the government to support our startup. To convince them, we need to showcase our idea in a presentable way. For this, a prototype can assist us in 3 additional ways. First, testing and validating our idea with real users. Second, identifying potential design flaw early on. And gathering feedback to refine and improve our product. When I was working on the website, here's what I did. I defined how the website would function and organized these functionalities into a logical user-friendly flow. Designed the visual aspects considering how it will look and feel. The aim of this design was to create a visual representation of each page, illustrating both its appearance and functionalities. Simply put, it's like an advanced Photoshop mockup that we use before moving onto the coding stage. The first step before building a prototype is documentation. In my case, I began by creating an account on all the websites with similar functionalities. While I can't reveal exactly what I'm working on yet, let's use an example of building a site like LinkedIn. I created an account on LinkedIn, Naukri, Indeed and AngelList, all of which targets working professionals. By exploring their user flow, I determined how many pages I would need. For my project, I identified I need 40-45 pages. Before designing each page, I spent some time brainstorming. I sketched all the pages on a whiteboard and then took photos of each design. Here's an example of what that looked like. Having these pages documented in picture form made it easier for me to visualize, describe and verify what I wanted on the website. By combining my experience with insight from the other sources and adding my tweaks, I had a partially ready document. Why only partially? After setting up everything in the document, more ideas naturally comes in, and I discovered better flows and functionalities. Once the initial document with photo was completed, I moved on to the digital tools. I drew all the pages using a whiteboard software called Freeform, which is available for Mac. For Windows, Microsoft Whiteboard is a great alternative. The advantage of using software is that, as you refine your design, you can easily incorporate new ideas. The software allows you to reuse part of the design, copy and paste elements, and make edit more efficiently. Here are some samples of my work. It took me about a month to finalize everything. Once the designs were complete, I organized them into a workflow chart, providing a clear idea of the expected navigation across all pages. After completing this, it was time to translate these designs into actual website designs. With a proper workflow, I needed an artist who could transform these raw sketches into a creative website design and address any design gaps. I reached out to several designers and reviewed their portfolios. I eventually found a full-time freelancer with about 9 years of experience as a UI UX and product designer. Before finalizing my choice, I also contacted some product designing companies. However, they were quite expensive and mostly used less experienced designers. By connecting directly with a designer, I avoided the middleman, which reduced the cost and allowed me to work closely with the person directly responsible for the project. Based on my experience, here are some advantages and disadvantages of working with agencies and freelancers. First, agencies are generally more accountable for their work, ensuring that they complete your project. Second, They won't abandon the project midway, even if they lose interest or dislike your working style. If the agency isn't well known, the quality of the work might not be guaranteed, despite their promises. Many times, they'll hire less experienced designer to do your work. Second, the fees are typically on the higher side. First, freelancers usually offer more affordable rates. Second, you know exactly who will be working on your project and the kind of experience they bring. Some freelancers may lack commitment and could quit in between if they feel pressured, as your project might not be their main source of income. There's more risk involved, as they often request advance payment before starting the work. If you're not associated with a big brand. And that's all for this video. In the next video, I'll share my experience of hiring a freelancer for the first time and the lesson I learned from it. Till then, see you next time.